Hey guys, welcome to my very first makeup review video, and for this I'd like to give an ode to a set of lipsticks that I've used and has been my favorite for months now. As an overview, 3CE Mood Recipe Kit 1 is one of the matte lipstick lines of Stylenanda, the one with the famous pink building in the middle of Myeongdong, Korea. You can get the kit from the Stylenanda site for $51 or around 2,700 pesos, excluding shipping fee of course. The kit is a curation of tiny sized versions of 5 selected shades, which is perfect if you're uncertain which one to get and you want to try out a couple of shades first before getting a full-sized one. Currently, kits such as the Red Recipe Kit and Mood Recipe Kit 2 have been released by Stylenanda, but you'll have to stay tuned in my channel for more of that in the future. The Mood Recipe Kit 1 is composed of the following shades. Each one of these shades are notably distinct from one another, yet all remain to be very wearable, even for everyday use. Off the bat, these shades are a good variety of selections, which gives a good start in exploring the 3CE lipsticks in general. Now that I've rambled all of that, we can finally start with an in-depth review. Observing the packaging, the lipstick tube is colored similar to its shade, which makes it easier to determine the lipsticks from one another. The tube itself is made of smooth, hard plastic, which makes it very light to carry around, but at the same time, easy to get some scratches or marks on them. At the bottom of the tube contains a sticker with the lipstick's details, including the shade name, number, and its expiration date. Some information are written in Hangul, but that's just about what I know for now. It takes a little more force to open the tube due to the ridges at the sides when the cap is taken off. A newly opened, unused tube will look something like this, but with a shinier, smoother exterior and a precisely carved slanted tip. Before we delve any deeper with the swatches, here's an overview of what Stylenanda claims the 3CE Mood Recipe Kit 1 is. One by one, we'll try out the shades and see if these claims are true. First up is Rose. If you're a fan of nude shades, then Rose is a perfect pick. Usually, for lighter skin tones like me, I would prefer a shade with more color since I might end up looking sick. But surprisingly, this beige tone is a lot more warmer than the typical nude shade, which makes it suitable even for pale skin tones like mine. Out of all the shades, this would be one of the creamiest and tends to glide easier and evenly on the lips. Described by Stylenanda as a rose beige color. As you can see, the formulation for this is so creamy that it couldn't stand the Philippine heat. I tried salvaging what's left, and though it looks really difficult to use, the pigmentation is superb that even just dabbing the lipstick gives a great amount of color on the lips. A great MLBB shade in flattering soft pink. I feel like this shade would suit a lot of skin tones and is great as an everyday sophisticated look. This is probably my favorite on the line, Inked Heart. The color is such a beautiful orangey brown brick color. It could just be me and my obsession with orange or brick tone lipsticks, but I think this is perfect for any time of day and would suit a wide range of skin tones. I get tons of questions and compliments whenever I'm wearing this shade. It's not as creamy as Moss and Rose, but still applies evenly and smoothly on the lips. I definitely would buy a full size of this shade once I'm done with a mini. This is Chickful. Or is it Chickful? Anyways, this is a wine plum color screaming for a badass night out. But depending on how you apply it, it can also work for an everyday romantic look. Among all the shades, this one would be the odd one out for me. The color payoff is top notch but can be too overwhelming, especially for pale skin. It's also not as creamy as the other shades. The application can be patchy on the lips and insinuates the dry patches, so it's best to apply a lip balm first before using this. Honestly, this one is my least favorite out of all the shades and would be best for those with darker skin tones. Last but not the least, Smoked Rose. Just like what its name implies, Smoked Rose is a rose red color that's kind of burnt, kind of brick. It's definitely not the typical blue-toned red, and what I love about this is its flexibility. Depending on how much you layer it, it can go from an easy everyday look to a life of the party look. In terms of formulation, it's most similar to Inked Heart. So I would say that this is definitely a catch. So those are all the shades included in the Mood Recipe Kit 1. And since the universe decided that I'll be Snow White for this lifetime, I invite my good friend Angel to swatch these babies for you to get a perspective on how the lipsticks will look like on a darker skin tone. So there you have it. Those are all the swatches for the shades included in the kit. Moving on, let's go with the pros and cons. Hopefully in the future I can showcase a wider range of skin tones, so you'll all have to tune in for more in the future. Now talking about the pros and cons. For the pros, all of the shades except for Chickful are creamy and applies evenly on the lips. In terms of pigmentation, each shade is top-notch, especially Chickful. The colors, no matter how long you wear them, doesn't change color, or it does a little, but it's arguably unnoticeable. The lippies are also not drying on the lips, but them being matte, they wouldn't really give you any additional moisturizing benefits. But the good thing is, they work very well with lip balms, as the colors stay vibrant and mixes well with the consistency of lip balms. Now for the cons. Each shade differs a little bit from one another in terms of formulation, especially evident for Chic-Ful. It isn't really such a big deal for me because the little differences aren't really a bother to the total use of the lip piece. Secondly, the lipsticks doesn't last that long compared to other matte lipsticks. But if you don't mind reapplying, then you're good to go. So that wraps up my Moo Recipe Kit 1 review video, and since this is my very first review video, I really appreciate it if you could tell me some suggestions, tips, what were the things that you wish were included in the review, and what are other stuff that you want to see in the future. If you guys didn't like this video, go ahead, comment it out, but please don't be too mean. Before I end this video, I want to say thank you to my friends who helped me shoot this video, to my friend Angel who starred in this video, thank you so much, to my brother and to my friend Madge for helping me shoot the intro, thank you so much as well. So I guess that's it for now, till next time, goodbye stranger.